Situated at Levi's Stadium. The scene a short time ago. This crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Ready? 20.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Here's Newton. Forced out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Now it's Newton. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Lane, the rookie from Michigan State. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
Fred Warner coming off a strong rookie year in on the stop for the Niners. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's 3rd down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
After the made field goal, here's McLaughlin back out there to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Newton. And this is going to be incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Switzer on the return. Now a hit and a loose football. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game. I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back. Easy. Let's go.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. To throw on 2nd and 6. Newton toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The rookie from Michigan there defensively. That's Devin Bush making the play.
Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. The shotgun snap for Newton. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Emmanuel Sanders, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
That means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
On 2nd and a yard, Roethlisberger. He'll get this to Eckler. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you wonder, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
That's good for 28 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 23. Now it's Roethlisberger escaping the pressure right. This is caught. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Here we go. Like 80. 54. I'm going to come back to you.
They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Niners take over.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 2nd and 7, Newton steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Great. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Yeah. Kill.
Here's Newton. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down.
Tight yard.
On 2nd down, Conner looking for space. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Alert. 56 is Mike. 56 is Mike. Hey, wahoo. 56.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The pickup there, 5 yards.
Here we go.
First down.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And the catch made by Johnson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, team 6.
On 2nd and 15 now. Roethlisberger. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just the thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
56. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking win calls.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Johnson was the intended receiver.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. Dancing to his left. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Out of the gun, Newton. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at the 49ers' 44-yard line.
Blue 30. 77.
Running on first down, Eckler. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
All right, now. Black 30. Right there. 50. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. 50.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Easy. SOS. X3. 218. Chopper. No spacing. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Monday. 56. All day. Just like that. Under 10. 10.
Now Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Start! Black 80!
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Johnson the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
You ain't got nothing. 56. Mike, 56, right there.
Now Roethlisberger. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And this one is right through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. Complete. It's Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Roethlisberger now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10.
Don't be scared of it. 56 to Mike. These 2. Here we go. Check the backer, check the backer.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Being chased out left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 23. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. They were looking for Johnson that time. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Back to the air, Newton on second down. Deep ball, that's caught inside the 20. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin, his third touchdown now on the year. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Gold with the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the third. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out there? And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently, so that's just going to be an incompletion. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Roethlisberger now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Roethlisberger will throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Undercrush. Whirl!
Ben to throw again. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
1st down.
Like 20. 56. Quarter. 56. No. Check 56.
Now Eckler. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
He's coming, double up. Check.
On 2nd down now, it's Connor. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
180. 54. Get that ball, Dean. Let's get that ball. Watch out. 50.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. He gets this one to Johnson. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Steelers have once again taken the lead. And now Big Ben will lead the Steelers up to go for 2. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. And the formula there on the two-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. They fake the give. Newton. Flushed out right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
50. Black 20. Check. Black and 3.
On 1st and 10 is counter. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Roethlisberger. Johnson's got it complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody want? Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 11, and he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back.
The Niners take over 1st and 10.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And they'll get him down up past the 15. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Matt Breida out of Georgia Southern now in his 3rd year in a 49er uniform. He was tough to keep off the field last year. Very good yards per carry. 5.3 on 153 attempts. Good for over 800 yards rushing. This is Breida. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18, eluding the pressure right. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Deep ball for Goodwin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary can really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Now it's Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger going deep to the end zone for Juju. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Back to throw, Newton. And that is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
On 1st down, it's Connor. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Black 20. Jack 16. You better be afraid of me. Check. No.
Again, a run with Connor. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Blackers, 66. Blackers,
On third down, Roethlisberger. He'll dump this one off to Connor. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Brings up fourth down.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for Pittsburgh, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.